Welcome to our channel. Before we dive into yet another fascinating mythy, we'd like to invite you to watch, to like, and subscribe to the channel. Also, activate the notification bell. You are not what you think. You are not human, having a spiritual experience. You are consciousness wearing a human body, a temporary suita vessel made of borrowed stardust, a machine of flesh, powered by an eternal spark. And yet, you have forgotten. You mistake the vessel for the Dravaru. Call yourself by a name given to the body. Not the soul, but you are not the body. You were never the body. You existed before it, and you will exist after it. Is Ganathi emerald tablets hold truths older than time itself, knowledge passed down through ages before religions bore, civilizations bore history. As you know, Tehuti, the Atlantean Hermes Trismegistus, what lot la la la, change, but wisdom does no throat. As I to thee am God, by my knowledge. So the two shall be gods of the future, because of your knowledge, far above theirs. Knowledge makes you marinerants, keeps you smell so. Listen careful lot. These words awaken something deep inside you, something that was never lost. Sleeping consciousness comes first. Your body is the effect, not the cause. Like a cup holds water, your body holds awareness, but the water is not the cup, and you are not the body. Thyth body will break it, will age it, will change boat. You remain because you were never flesh. You were never bonesy, were never a name in a book or a face in a mirror. Are the formless, timeless observer behind the ice. This world convinces you otherwise, teaches you to identify with your reflection. It tells you to fear tomato, fear aging toe, fear death bat. Time is not what you think it is. It does not move forward like a line. It turns in cycles. Past is not behind youth. Future is not ahead. Thee are stacked layered like pages of a book. Your consciousness flips through them each moment separate, each event unfolding at its proper place. Time does not move. You do throw it when you dream. You step outside of Ituan, you die. You step beyond it, but you do not end, because energy cannot be destroyed. In Traumeth, flame of life does not go out. He shifts it continuisu. Fear death only because you forgot what you are. But why fear returning to what you have always been? Why fear becoming eternal again? It is not the end, is a doorway, and you will step through itis. You have befurious. You will again. There are currents of energy running through your rivers of life. Forseth, ancients knew. Thistimapt, Ethi called it, Ida, Pingala, and Sushumnathri. Channels three pathways of power on flows, like the Sinoni flows, like the moon. And one, the great central current, rises like fire, up the spine. One, these channels are mastered. Life itself bends to your will. These is not superstition, it is forgotten science. Control these forces, and you control your health. Control these forces, and you control your mind. Control these forces, and you become more than human. But balance is key. Balance is the cosmic law. Things must return to equilibriumite and day heat and cold and contraction. This is why chaos never lasts. Spain never lasts. Spain. The worst storm must one day settle into stillness. Same is true for Yaya. Suffering is temporal. Fears are temporal. Struggles are temporary. But Yoi are it. Body you wear, this human suit, it reacts to the currents of your media. Emotions shape your reality more than your thoughts, more than your action. Sentient wisdom understood. This modern science calls it psychosomatic illness. But Tehuti knew this. 0 years ago, disorder in the mind breeds disorder in the body. Fear poisons the flesh. Anger burns the organs. Grief weakens the heartbeat. Balance heals peace, restores love, repairs, and the fire within you transforms all. This fire it is waiting. It is energy in its purest form, is life itself one directed with wisdom. It elevates you and left uncontrolled. It destroys. Choice is your ignite, your fire, or be consumed by it. But no, this Iwu are not smell you, are not wake you, are not a body walking toward death. You are consciousness itself. You are the sparked flame. Eternal, and nothing can take that from your knowledge. Is the Keith ancients preserved it not in books, not in temples, but in the very fabric of reality. Truth is everywhere, waiting to be seen, but most do not see because they do not look. The emerald tablets Hold wisdom that does not Agabeka's truth, does not expire it, waits for the mind ready to receive it. Tehuti wrote, "As I to thee am God, by my knowledge, so the two shall be gods of the future, because of your knowledge, far above theirs." Knowledge is power. Note, the power to control others. Note, the power to dominate, the power to awaken to see through illusion, to break free from limitation, power to become more. The world does not want you to know. This it teaches you to abeto, stay small to doubt yourself. Doubt yourself to believe you are just flesh and bone. Nothing more, but deep inside, you feel to quiet knowing, a whisper that says, "This is not all there is." You were meant to awaken, you were meant to remember, to see beyond the illusion of the physical, to recognize the dream for what it isn't. Wake up, look at your hands, flesh can bant, beneath that, energetic particles, vibrating in space. Note, solid. Note, Lichenschiff. Everything is energia, body your mindia, thoughts your, emotions, vibrations, moving through space, and vibration can be changed, frequency can be shifted. This is what the ancients knew. This is what modern science is only beginning to understand. You are not at the mercy of real two are creating it right now, with every thought, with every emotion, with every breath. Shape what you see, shape what you feel, you shape what you becometh. Question is, will you do it consciously, or will you let the world do it for you? Most will never know this, most will never wake up. They will live and die thinking they were just a body, just a name, just a fleeting existence in time. But you are hearing this for a reason. This message has found you because a part of you already knows. A part of you is already awakened. Is the time to remember. No, is the time to reclaim your path. Step beyond Fioto, step beyond limitation, to step beyond the illusion of smallness. Because you are not small, you are not wake, you are not temporal, you are eternal. Confusioness, you are the flame that never goes out, and it is time to rise not as a body, not as a nomen, not as a story written in timorous, as what you area being of consciousness, a spark of the infiniteth universe wearing a human form. You did not come here to suffer, you did not come here to forget, you came here to experience it. Remember, to awaken. The emerald tablets whisper truths, most ignoreth tell of the cycles of timeth, rise and fall of civilizations, shifting of consciousness across ages. Nothing stays lost forever, not wisdom, not truth, not you have been here before many times in many forms, swearing, many names, playing many roles, but the core of you has never changed. You are not new, you are ancient, new are timeless, and you have forgotten more than most will ever know. Tehuti wrote, "Man is in process of changing to forms that are not of this world." What does this mean? It means you are evolving, that just your body, your consciousness, ya understanding your awareness. What you see as solid is shifting, what you see as real is bending. Old ways of thinking no longer work, old illusions no longer hold you. Feel it, don't you? Something changing, sumething resinga, pull towards something more real, call from something higher, or it do not fear. This is why you came here, to wake up, to remember, to becometh. Body is temporary, but you are not. You are the watcher behind the iced presence, behind the thoughts. Awareness that never fades. You have never been smalued, have never been waked, have only been asleep. It is time to wake up. It is time to rise. It is time to remember what you is energy, thoughts, emotions, bodyaven. The space between your finger. Science calls it quantum fields. Thieves, ancients called it life force. Difference is only in language. Truth is the same energy, moves energy, obeys consciousness. Is why fear weakens. You he anger burns, you he love heals. You it is not metaphor, it is physixia. Vibration shapes your reality, not to moronote in some distant future unknown. This very moment, with every breath, with every thought, with every word you speak, you are shaping your world's question. Are you doing it consciously, or are you asleep? Most sleep their whole livesty, do not know they are dreaming thee, do not know they are creating thee. Think the world happens to them, but the truth is, the world happens through them. It responds. It mirrors it, reflects. If you live in fear, you will see danger. If you live in anger, you will see inimice. If you live in doubt, You will see failure, but if you live in truth, if you live in knowledge, if you live in power, the world will show you miracles. Ancients knew Tehuti, knew Thoth, is why he wrote, "He who fears must first be conquered. He who doubts must first be destroyed. Not by warnet, by force, but by wisdom. Only battle is within. Only war is in the mind, and the only way to win is to wake up to the power within Yahweh, up to the energy flowing through Yahweh, up to the truth that was hidden in plain sight. You will never smell you, will never wake you, will never trepid you. Only forgot. Look at your life, everything in if people's struggles. Victorious Telesisu created them all not as punishment, Ruhad, but as experience. Obeys experience is the greatest teacheru, are here to learn it, to soften it, to fern it, to be learned. Once the lesson is understood, that struggle ends. This is why knowledge is power in it, the power to rule over others, not the power to control the world, power to free yourself. Because once you see the illusion, it can no longer hold uance. You remember the dream, you can wake up, and once you wake up, you become unstoppably are not a body moving toward death. Our consciousness itself, you are the flame that never goes out, and not is time to rise. You are not alone, you never wear through every life to me, through every cycle, through every loss and every victory, have been here watching, gwinging for you to remember. You feel it, don't you? The quiet whisper in your soul's gentle pull towards something greater, that is use, that is the light calling you home. Oh, have never been abandoned, you have never been forgotten. Stand beside you, ween the stillness and the silent sign. The moments between your thoughts are the reo, are not a body moving toward death. You are not smell, you are not last, you are the breath of the divinia, spark of the infinitia, traveler among the stars. Your light cannot be extinguished here. Soul cannot be destiny cannot be child of eternity, stand in your truth, walk in your power. Remember what you are. Rethi universe breathes through youth, heavens sing within you, and we are always with you, now, even here, even forever. Let's learn the ancient lessons from Thoth's emerald tablet to activate your cosmic power. You are not human having a spiritual experience. You are consciousness tree wearing a human suit. Your body is cosmic technology on loan from the Universia. Temporary vehicleo mistakenly identify as yourself. Emerald tablets of Tehuti, emerald tablets of Tehuti, Atlantean, as he was known to the Afrikaans, now to the Greeks as Th, and Hermes, known to the Indian Hindus and Buddhists as Trilogy or Trilokanotho. The Olmean Mayans as Quetzalcoatl, and Kukulkank, now to Romans and Eurasian alchemists as Hermes Trismegistus. Tablets preserve wisdom from between 40 to 36. 0 years. Agath, that transcends all modern spiritual teachings. Best cosmic laws never expirius. Tehuti wrote, as I to thee am God by my knowledge, so the two shall be gods of the future, because of your knowledge far above theirs. You'll hear me speak in Old English, but that's just the most recent translation to help you understand. These tablets were created before all Latin languages were thought. Remember that as I begin lesson number 1, consciousness precedes physical form. Number 1, consciousness precedes physical form. Your body contains your consciousness. Like a cup holds water, water remains water regardless of its container. Lesson number 2, time forms cycles rather than lines. Dweller told Tehuti, time changes not, but all things change in time, for time exists as the force that holds events separate, each in proper place. Time remains not in motion, but the move through time. Yes, your consciousness moves from one event to another. Lesson number 3, death as transition rather than ending. Flame of life never only changes form. Some fear this reality it. Why is fear becoming what you already are? Eternal awareness. Lesson number 4, life force channels force through existence in your Badathis are today in India known as a Pingala, and Sushumna mastery of these currents brings control of life essence itself. Lesson number 5, balance as cosmic law. Fundamental cosmic Laveri imbalance eventually returns to equilibrium. Your chaotic emotions eventually exhaust themselves into stillness. Lesson number 6, emotional disorder and physical chaos. High hour feelings shape reality more directly than your Thoth's modern medicine calls this psychosomatic illness Tehuti, understood this 36 0 years Agulison, number 7th transformative power of transforms everything through proper application. This power burns inside you now, waiting to be listened. Number 8, knowledge and application. With that application creates nothing. Many scholars understand these tablets intellectualiate, never embody their wisdom. Remain like food critics who never eat. Lesson number 9, light and darkness. Light represents perfect order. Darkness represents temporary disorder. Your purpose involves transforming disorder into order, both within yourself and in the world. Listen. Number 10. Unity of light and darkness. And darkness emerge from one source. A true wisdom recognizes their essential unity. How can you fear the dark when it comes from the same source as light? If these ancient principles resonate with something deeper inside you than mere intellectual curiosities, teachings connect you to wisdom that survived the rise and fall of countless civilizations over tens of thousands of years. Listen. Number 11. Physical reality as vibration. Reality exists as vibration frequency. Tune in to or out, off based on your consciousness. Modern quantum physics confirms what Tehuti knew millennia. Agulison number 12. Order emerges from Chausthrau, the word primordial vibration organizing reality. Tehuti instructs, sing thou the song of freedom. Crete, the high vibration that will make thee one with the holy. Our words carry power beyond your comprehension. Lesson number 13, curved space. Pace curves rather than nearly. Moving through angles creates limitation, while moving through curves creates freedom. Einstein discovered this mathematically. Aisha knew it. Experiential. Lessons number 14, balancing polar energies. Energies to preserve your physical form. You maintain vital equilibrium by lying with your head pointed north for 1 hour daily, then south for 1 hour. Too simple to be effective. Most powerful practices often appear deceptively. Basic. Lesson number 15. Earth as a conscious entity. Conscious entity with the same life essence flowing through it as through your form. You do not live on Earth, you and Earth live together as one organismus. And number 16. The flow of life pattern. Life pattern connects all existence in a unified pattern of consciousness. Sacred geometry emerges from this fundamental pattern. Lesson number 17. Personal transformation and universal evolution. Your personal transformation service. Personal transformation serves universal evolution. Your growth contributes to cosmic development. What difference can one person make? Asks the skeptic. What difference can one cell make in your body? All change begins with individual units. Listen. Number 1. 8. Cyclical soul, growth cyclically. Like flames in darkness, expanding and contracting while continuously evolving. It appears as regression. Often represents the necessary preparation for greater expansion. Listen. Number 19. 9. Interlocked dimensions. Intercard dimensions compose the cosmos, each governed by specific consciousness. Loss mode on. String theory proposes similar concepts with additional dimensions. Listen. Number 20. Heart wisdom transcends intellect and knowledge. Heart connects directly to cosmic understandings. Brain analyzes. The heart knows opportunity. Listen. Number 21. Transcending physical limitations. Physical body can transcend normal limitations through conscious energy manipulation and balancing of polaricious soul. Athletes unconsciously demonstrate aspects of this principle. Lesson number 22. The Great Pyramid as a dimensional gateway. The Great Pyramid functions as a dimensional gateway than merely a monument. We else would its mathematical properties encode universal constants with such precision. Number 23. The halls of a mentality exist, both physically and as consciousness states accessible through specific vibrational practices. Multi-dimensional realities exist beyond conventional perception. Lesson 24. Soul memorisal. Memory persists through death by holding consciousness between your eyebrows during the transition. Tibetan Book of the Dead describes similar practices from a different traditionalist. Number 25. Dissolving dimensional barriers. Dissolve through specialized consciousness techniques described in the tablets. Modation represents the beginning of these practices, not the culmination. Lesson number 26. The power of the word. Power of the word organizes realtor speech patterns. Create your world. Sound vibration oppressed Your most powerful creative tool. Pay attention to what you speak into existence. Listen. Number to 7. Service and evolution. Service and evolution accelerates evolution, giving multiplies your capacity to receive. Selfishness constricts, generosity expands. Listen. Number 28. True freedom through self-mastery comes through self-mastery rather than control of circumstances. External control represents an illusion. Internal mastery creates genuine freedom. Lesson number 29. Creation from infinite potential. Creation manifests from infinite potential already present within consciousness. Nothing truly new ever emerges. The reorganization of eternal elements. Lesson number 30. Balancing power and wisdom. Balancing power and wisdom. Balance with wisdom for constructive application. Instruct without insight becomes destruction. Wedge without ethics creates monsters. Lesson number 31. Ancient civilizations achieved heights we struggle to comprehend. Tehuti wrote, "We of the great race had knowledge beyond human understanding. Wisdom we gained from starborn races far beyond human comprehension. Our advanced civilization actually represent a recovery from previous collapses." And are we walking in the right direction? Listen. Number 32. Freedom. Recognizing true freedom comes through recognizing you are never truly bound. Your limitations exist primarily in consciousness. Prison door stands open, yet you remain inside through habit. Listen. Number 33. Ultimate reality. Experiencing ultimate reality cannot be conceptualized, but only directly experienced. These words point towards something beyond wordsless. Number 34. Your accumulated cumulor. Wisdom makes you as gods to future generations, as Tehuti mentioned, as I to the am God, by my knowledge, so the two shall be gods of the future, because of your knowledge, far above their If we truly do the inner work and ascend consciously, responsibility comes with this potential. Lesson number 35. Knowledgeable calls through civilizations forgotten, then rediscovered. Soul of man moves ever onward, bound not by any one star. It's possible many of our ancestors have left 2 different planets and started civilizations as forms of Nissimit. To think about. Comment below. Each lesson challenges your conventional understanding. Most radicalitos, the cyclical nature of time, seem impossibilitos. The idea that you will become a god to future generations feel unrealistic. Resistance points directly to your greatest growth.